Hey folks, Dick CT here, back once again, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the Monday Night Raw. A couple of things about Monday Night Raw. First things first is the AJ Lee, John Cena, Dolph Ziggler, Vicky Guerrero storyline, which I think they're going to try and put that on the back burner, which is a good thing. And don't get me wrong, I think Vicky Guerrero has her place in WWE. She's a major heat getter. One of her main problems is her not getting comeuppance in feuds like this, which is a real problem because, let's be real, when's the last time she really got like a true comeuppance type thing? It's very hard. It just feels like the last time I really saw her get any type of real comeuppance was her, I think it was a hog pin match with Vicky Guerrero and Santina back in WrestleMania 25, that sort of thing, Miss WrestleMania, what have you. That was the whole thing, that thing. But that's just what have you. That was it. Another thing was, that was really wrong with the whole segment. The one thing I didn't really like is just the forced. It just felt like it was so forced. Everything seems forced. The Ziggler and Cena connection, forced, because they have really no interaction, no real. They're trying to make this thing. Honestly, it seems like they're trying to make this like Claire Lynch, but you know what made the Claire Lynch thing tolerable? Christopher Daniels and Cass. Christopher Daniels and Cass made it completely terrible because they had that bad comedy and they played it up as best as they can. And Ziggler, as much as I love Ziggler, he's no Daniels, and he's not even Daniels. I don't think he's even Cass level. Because honestly, Cass has shown remarkable improvement. Seriously, dude was dull as dishwater. Now he's actually pretty fun. Crazy. Oh man. And here's another problem. And another problem is, well, no one seems to ever point out, is that Vicky Guerrero is pointing out AJ's affair, but yet no one seems to point out Vicky's affairs. In fact, John Cena seems to be very ignorant about this. It's like maybe he took too many shots in the head or what have you, but shouldn't he say, hey, wait a minute, you talk about affairs, Vicky Guerrero, didn't you have an affair with you and Edge were married when you were Raw general manager? No, you were married when you were SmackDown's general manager. In fact, I got into my WrestleMania when I was in that WrestleMania 25 World Heavyweight Championship match. I got into that match because I planted evidence with an affair with you and the Big Show. And yet you didn't get fired at all. You didn't get any type of consequences from the WWE Board of Directors. And I have no idea why the WWE Board of Directors were going to be upset with another affair. It wouldn't make any sense. That sort of thing. Besides, isn't Cena and AJ both single now? Why is that? Wouldn't that be? I don't know why that wouldn't even be a problem. But I don't know. I'm not the genius WWE writers. But anyway, the only positive is the crowd tonight, and Vicky Guerrero looked very comfortable. And honestly, call me crazy, but the way Vicky Guerrero and everything else are handling that crowd, I think honestly she could do a face turn. Like, crazier things have happened, but Vicky Guerrero as a face, I think could work. I think she could work as a face. It didn't really work the first time, but honestly, I think it can work. Hey, anyone can be booked to be completely perfect. That's what you gotta do. You can. Another thing was Raw tonight. When that Raw was the booking change in the main event, as now we have John Cena taking on Ryback, taking on CM Punk for the WWE Championship. Well, isn't it amazing? Well, you know why I feel it's so amazing? It's because it just seems that they're just trying really hard to just whitewash the whole Punk and Foley thing. They really took that whole thing last week and just built it up. In fact, they were trying to build the thing up on Monday Night Raw, but then they just said Vince McMahon comes out of nowhere and says, "You want to cut that CM Punk thing, CM Punk, a traditional Survivor Series match? Oh, no, 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 no. You don't get to do that. We'll just make that to a triple threat match." Why? Why is it a triple threat match? Because, well, maybe because it was a crappy idea to have a traditional Survivor Series match with Team Foley and Team Punk, even though it'd be better to have it called Team Heyman and Team Foley. I mean, that would have been more interesting. And the fact that most of his team, it's actually pretty funny that most of CM Punk's team were basically losers of the last pay-per-view. Okay, the Rhodes Scholars didn't lose, they won, but they got their asses kicked, and they were looking up on the lights at when the dust was settled in that tag team match. But let's look at the other people. You had Randy Orton, Berto Del Rio lost against Randy Orton, and Miz got his butt kicked for the past 6-7 weeks to Kofi Kingston, and then later on Monday night didn't he lose to Ryback the week before? So honestly, dude had little to no momentum at all. I mean, seriously, Miz is like just. Honestly, you want to talk about someone who needs a gimmick change or needs time away from television? That guy needs it. And maybe just give him some edge again. Have him be more fun. Which, again, I don't know what happened to try to make it all serious and such. And all that type of crap. That's what happens to WWE. Instead of, playing up their characters more, they just turn you into a serious competitor. Yeah. And they job you out for whatever reason. Brilliance. Let's see. What other thing? Oh yeah. Another thing that really bothered me about the whole triple threat match was not only that. Like honestly, there's only 2 weeks away from the pay-per-view, and they just do this now. To me, they should have done this last week. I mean, heck, how about this? Vince McMahon saying, "You know what, Punk? Should have came out the week besides Foley. You know what? Foley shouldn't have came out. It should have been Vince McMahon saying, "You know what? You got away from it, Punk, but you're not going to get away this time. In fact, you know what? You are going to face Ryback and John Cena at a triple threat match at Survivor Series." Last week, instead of having that promo with Foley and Punk, I think that would have been a lot better and more interesting. And instead of just trying to okay, we're going to do this, we're going to just overrule Vicky and everything else. It felt like it just felt really, I don't know, it just felt like honestly it was more Bush League instead of trying to get the thing done. I mean, it just frustrates me. And you have a situation that they're trying to do one angle with Team Foley and Punk and trying to do this another one. It just feels like it's so rushed. And they just had to do a couple more rewrites to fit the whole thing in, which, again, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Well, this is in the doesn't category right here. It just seems like it's just like, oh crap, we need to rewrite the whole thing, and hopefully no one will notice, but sadly a lot of people do notice. It's a shame because as much as I like CM Punk, Ryback, and Cena, it just feels like, honestly, just placeholding for The Rock, who, honestly, let's be real here, The Rock is not going to be the answer to WWE's ills. It's just like they want to pop that one rating and go down to WrestleMania and have Cena finally get his win back from The Rock, which just, that he never gives up. The ultimate underdog. John Cena wins again. Yay! We haven't seen that for 5,000 times. Please. I'm not begging for a Cena heel turn, but I want something else. I want something new, something different. Instead of just get this. And Ryback's pushed way too early. You have guys like Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, and Dolph Ziggler languishing in the mid-card with little to no heat with them. And WWE wonders why no one really watches their shows anymore. Heck, I have to watch it. I'm part of the whole Monday Night Riff crew over at RVTTV. Link in the description if you want to check that stuff out every Monday night. What you should be doing, people. My 400 and something other subscribers. Man, I need to get some more good YouTube content. I need to get my subscribers up. Anyway, by the way, tell more people about this channel, please. I want to get my subscribers up to at least 500 subscribers for the year is over, which I doubt which is going to happen. I don't know why. No one. I put out great content that no one watches. Oh well. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Triple Threat, WWE Triple Threat, WWE Championship Triple Threat match, rushed and looks completely completely rushed and not really feels like it just should have been added in last week instead of put it in this week. The AJ Lee John Cena storyline is still stupid, but props to the British crowd. As always, personally, I wish they'd just stay in Britain, but then again, the crowds will probably just turn on them eventually. Anyway, that's it for me. Duke CT. Anyway, Duke CT here. Peace, love. See y'all when I see y'all. Later.